What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. So we're going to be continuing on the Uncollected Imperius Rex event quest for this month, which is June. So we've got chapter 3 left for completion, and then after that I won't record me 100%ing it, but I'll 100% it, and then I'll release a crystal opening, hopefully tomorrow or in the near future, definitely. But yeah, I have looked at how to fight Invisible Woman and Namor, because I kind of want to. This is the type of fight that I don't really want to be spending units on, or I don't really want to be like, you know, sort of exiting fights and then go back into quests and stuff like that. So yeah, but for Invisible Woman, I'm probably gonna bring in this team right here. With Captain America Infinity War. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to use Archangel for Invisible Woman, see how he goes. But as always, we're going to be taking the easiest path, because it's just for completion. And yeah, let's start off with. So we've got Human Torch first, so we're going to use Captain America for this. But anyway, how's everyone's Uncollected sort of journey going this month? It's not. I don't think it hasn't been the hardest month that I've played as of yet. Obviously, I haven't really fought the two last bosses, so I always got to remember how to evade Human Torch's special one. Should be done now. Yeah, there we go. But apparently Invisible Woman's a really good sort of. She's a really good champion in terms of her defensive ability. I'm talking about in war. I think it's because she has this force field which reduces the damage, like your damage output, by quite a bit. So yeah, I'll be sure to sort of, when it comes out in crystals, hopefully I'll have enough money then to open some crystals for Gears a 6-star. But Namor's probably the one that I'm more excited about. That I was more excited about. I think next month, also in July, we're also going to be getting. We're going to definitely be getting Mysterio, and we're also going to be getting the stealth Spider-Man, so the black suit Spider-Man, not the symbiote one, but the like him in the stealth suit. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. But carrying on with this, we've got Phoenix up next. Literally, for me, when I'm clearing like champions like this, I just use my Captain America, because he does so much damage on my heavies. I use my second rank 5-star. I've only got 2. I've got Blade and I've got him as well. Yeah. But Invisible Woman, I think I've only seen like champions to use against her. I haven't seen how to fight her or anything. So I've done sort of research, but I haven't really dove into any of her like mechanics and all of that stuff. So it's still going to be pretty new to me when I fight her. Hopefully I'll be able to one shot her. This initial clearing is quite easy though. Well, to get to the boss, this is where like sort of where I usually every month it's quite easy for me to go past every single champion. Then when I get to the boss, then that's when it becomes a bit difficult. But I mean, as you can see, sometimes You know, I do make mistakes in this game, but it's how you come back from them. These champions aren't gonna like hit you and you'll die within a 5-hit combo. But when you're fighting bosses, you gotta have that extra sort of concentration when you're fighting. That's when like sort of you've got to start thinking, oh, should I wait for him to bait out the special, or should I? You know, that's when you start to think a bit more. But we've got Nick Fury up next. Who do I use? I'll use Blade for this. Probably should use Archangel. I kind of want to save Archangel for Invisible Woman. So. Good block damage here. And once he reaches 15 of those sort of tactical charges or whatever their missions or whatever they are, that's when he becomes unblockable. Now he's down to okay, he's got 18 of those things. Kind of messed up then, but it's all good. It's all good. I was paying attention more to him like losing health than his sort of tactical charges or those whatever those like things are. But we've reached the main woman herself, Invisible Woman. So everyone just shut up. So I'll start with Archangel. Oh god, I didn't even read her like abilities or anything. I'll try and get like a poison off and then neurotoxin. He's playing very defensive at the moment. Cool, so now he's proper neurotoxin. Oh no, I forgot about recoil. Forgot about recoil. That wasn't that. To be fair, that wasn't that wasn't too bad. I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't too bad. Should we heal up? Let's use Captain America first. See if we can do some damage and then. Alright, let's just use a special one. I'm gonna die, but there we go, okay. I'm getting kind of an idea of how to fight her. One thing is, because she has heal block, before we get in with Blade, let's just check out her sort of her thing. So she has this Vanishing Act, which is her signature ability, and she turns invisible at the start of the fight, but it's not paused. So 6% chance to turn invisible whenever invisible is knocked down. Whenever the opponent misses, the force regains back 10%. So I'm guessing that's when Captain America is heavy. She would go invisible, I think. While dodging backwards, Invisible Woman is not struck by attacks. 20% chance that a block is a perfect block. Physical distance decreased by 750. For each debuff an opponent, Invisible attacks deal an additional 4%. Okay. the best defense, pre-fight ability. Oh, she has a pre-fight ability as well. If the force field is active, Invisible Woman hits have 728 attack. Force field passive. So when she starts a fight with the force field maximum strength is equal to 3,917 health. And the Invisible Woman would take damage other than from special 3. The force field takes up to 90% of the damage instead. Oh shoot. That's quite good, I'm not gonna lie. She might be a fun champion to fight with as well. You never know. Invisibility. Whenever she dodges an attack or the force field depleted, they last for 2 seconds. Vulnerability debuff. Okay, so this is when she places the vulnerability debuff on the opponent to 950. Okay, when attacked, the force field activates to exhaust the opponent. Okay. Special 1 on the last hit, the force field is active at a flat 25% to his. Okay then. Alright, cool, yeah. So she isn't the hardest champion to fight. Okay. I just died from my suicide masteries. So she isn't the hardest champion to fight. You just gotta pay attention when she can turn invisible or not. But as you can see, she has got this reduced damage. And now we can sort of pile into her. And we should be able to finish it. Okay, cool. So for her, I think probably the best champions to use is because she has masochism as well. I forgot to say, but she has got masochism as well. That was why she kept on regenning whenever I put a debuff on her. So what you would want to do is you'd want to bring in like an archangel, or someone who puts a lot of debuffs over time to sort of negate that regeneration. Sort of like Blade will do very well, and I use Captain America then. He probably will be able to do a job as well. Oh snap, I didn't even read the he'll be able to do a job as well against Invisible Woman. So she isn't the hardest champion to fight. Definitely if you got Suicide Masteries on, it'll be sort of hard because of the there's no heal, there's heal block on it, so you won't be able to heal back some of the damage, but it shouldn't be too hard. But we're gonna move on with this. So who do we bring in for Namor? So Namor, I read that you'd want a high damage output champion. So champions like, I think Medusa will probably be a good bet. I'll take Ghost Rider. I'll take my whole synergy out. I do really want to try Quake. I want to try Quake. Because I don't really play with Quake too much, and I wanna sort of be skilled. I'm decent at fighting with Quake, but some days I'm just not. Some days I'm really bad and fighting with her. We got Star-Lord first up. Shouldn't be too hard. Shouldn't be a hard fight. I'm gonna try and not use any special attacks, so that I don't get any recoil. Only special 3s I'll use. But using Suicide Masteries, I think it's a tough one to decide upon, because especially against like a heal block champion, or someone who has heal block, or a node which is heal block, it's going to be quite difficult, especially when you've lost quite a bit of health. That's why whenever I go into quest, because the Kingpin he puts heal block on you. Or not the Kingpin, but the node is that you get heal block. That's why I always use Iceman, or I always use Sentinel. So those type of champions, but suicide masters, they're fun to use, man. They're fun to use. I don't mind them at all. We've got Electro next, so I'm gonna get kind of worried about like his sort of thorns mechanic. But Blade is really good against Electro. You should finish him off. There we are. Took a bit of damage with that, with his sort of his damage back mechanic, but and of course problems connecting to that. But alright guys, so we've got it back. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, I was talking about Electro. You're gonna expect damage back from him, so it's all good. Fighting against him. But we've got Wolverine up next, so I'm probably gonna use Captain America for this. This Wolverine, I mean, these fights, like I said, they shouldn't be too hard for you guys if you're uncollected. I think the fights, like I said, the fights will get harder if you have a mini boss to fight and or the actual boss. So I'm not parrying, like just forgetting to parry. I'm just letting him attack him. 58,000. That's decent. Oh yeah, how many fights have we got to get to Namor? Got one more here. Guessing it's another sort of path, and then we go straight onto him. We have Morningstar next. I haven't brought a bleed immune champion. Probably use just Captain America and Infinity War. But if you guys are struggling on any champions, just let me know. I know people are struggling on the Abomination. Literally, if you've got an Iceman or a Gladiator Hulk, just use them. It shouldn't be too hard. Yellow Jacket will probably be the hardest boss. That is currently the hardest boss that I've fought in this quest so far. I mean, I know I haven't. Did I die against Yellow Jacket? I don't think I did die against Yellow Jacket. But I know I died against Invisible Woman, but that's because it's a new champion. Sort of getting used to her mechanic. But okay. We're straight on to Namor now. Only 2 more fights and we're there. So we're gonna use. Right, let's save Cap for Namor in case we need him. But we're gonna use Blade against Captain America. OG Captain America. Let's see how we do in this. Shouldn't be too hard to take him down. There we are. So next we have a Ghost Rider, and then we've got Namor. Hopefully this guy doesn't have a heal block on him, because then I'll just be peak. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So against Ghost Rider, it's pretty easy if you've got a Blade. You don't even need the villain or the sort of dimensional. You don't need that synergy, because the Ghost Rider is a dimensional being, which therefore makes him come under the category of like your Blade will get danger sense. But we move on to Namor. Is he? Okay. He's an Avenger and X-Men. Okay. So he can bleed, power draining abilities, shrugs off debuffs 8% sooner, spite as well. Oh shoot, spite. Alright, so let's see his abilities first. So he's got Hydrokinetic Armor as a signature ability, so it takes 77% reduced damage for all sources while attacking his opponent. When Namor ends an attack, any damage prevented. When Namor ends an attack, any damage prevented by hydrokinetic armor is captured and sent back as energy damage. Okay, 30% chance to inflict bleed on mediums. Outrage, so he can have a maximum of 30 stacks of outrage. Every 3 seconds, Namor gains 1 outrage. Each time Namor is affected by a stun debuff, he reduces the time between each outrage generated by 0.5 seconds. He generates 1 outrage whenever he is afflicted by bleed or incinerate debuff. He generates 1 outrage whenever he fails to apply a bleed or stun debuff to the opponent, or whenever the opponent purifies a debuff. Does not gain outrage when failing to apply bleed debuffs on robots. If Namor, I should have brought my Sentinel to be fair, instead of Starker on Spider-Man. If Namor has 30 stacks of outrage, he instantly generates up to 95% of his max power and activates Imperius Rex. Namor special attacks deal up to 240% additional damage based on the active stacks of outrage. This guy looks like a really good champion to use, I'm not gonna lie. Special attacks cost 9% less power, however Namor drains 50% of a bar every second. Each special attack Namor launches applies an additional drain of 5% per second. Interesting. While Imperius Rex Namor cannot gain power from any sources other than his own abilities. Okay. I guess that's sort of like a good and bad thing. It's sort of reminding me of like a Hyperion, but once he has 0 power remaining, all stacks of outrage are removed and Imperius Rex ends. While Imperius Rex is active, launching a heavy attack consumes 15 stacks of outrage to generate 100% of a bar of power. He generates 6% when using of his missing health when using a special attack. And then special ones, I think. Yeah, okay, so looks like quite a good champion, I'm not gonna lie. Let's start off with Quake, and then see how we do. See how we do with her. So glad this guy doesn't have like True Strike or whatever. Okay, definitely Quake is not a good option for this fight. Yeah, she's not a good option for this fight. Just because of his sort of his debuff duration. Whenever you parry him, you're not going to gain that many. Doesn't he want to use a special? This guy's special 3 looks pretty sick, man, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we're kinda getting wrecked by him. Right, let's use Captain America and see what we can do. Okay. Okay, so Captain America. First impressions with Captain America is that okay, I've got to remember he's got like a final sort of attack at the end there. It's kind of hard to see when he's gonna. Let's use special 3s. It's kind of hard to see when he's gonna throw his special attack, just because I haven't like fought against this guy. Okay. Okay, so I think Captain America is sort of a debatable champion against him. It's kind of hard to say which one is. At the moment, he's hovering at around about. Okay, so we got him down with Stark Spidey. No revives used, but I can see that like the way you want to play against him is you want to sort of bring a high damage output champion. So someone like who's a high damage? Someone like Domino will probably be good against him. Stark and Spider-Man good against him. Captain America Infinity War was quite good against him. Did a lot of damage. Obviously you can't parry him for too long, so you have to be careful of that. So I think Archangel and champs like that is going to be quite hard when you want to spam the heavies. That's why like Captain America is sort of a funny champion to choose against him. So yeah, any high damage output champion. Medusa, I don't know if Medusa is the best option for him because he has smite, so you know baiting out the special attacks is going to be quite hard. Like, because as you saw in my fight, I was trying to like bait out a special 2 and it just wouldn't do it in that Medusa fight. That's just the only reason why I'd say that. But you could try him. Domino, like I said, probably do well. Any 6-star, because he's only going to regenerate 6% of his health when using a special attack. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna 100% this now, and then I'll come back to the crystal opening. I don't know what crystals I'll have available for you guys, but I won't have a 6-star, definitely not a 6-star crystal, but I might have a maybe a featured 5-star maybe, or we'll see. I really want to do a Legends run this month, because now that I've fought Invisible Woman and Namor, I realise that they're not the toughest opponents to fight. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.